Super Mario 3D World comes at a weird time. The Wii U has been dying for a AAA title from Nintendo to support this ailing console. When I first heard about this game, I was skeptical. It looked way too similar to the superb 3D Land on 3DS, but with the inclusions of 4-player co-op. It looked alright, but was nothing original. A few months later I got to try it at Eurogamer Expo. It was alright, but again, nothing special. Then came the latest trailers before the game's release and gave off the impressions of being a great single player game as well. Then the first reviews came out, branding it as one of the best Mario games of all time. My skepticism came back again. How could this game get such high praise? I had to bite the bullet and find out if this was a must-have Wii U title or if it was overhyped by nostalgic game critics. The game begins like all Mario games, with Bowser kidnapping the princess, but this time from another kingdom. Mario, Luigi, Toad and Peach for the first time since Mario Bros 2 will team up to rescue these princes and princess fairies out of this new kingdom. You will travel across several worlds, with each world getting increasingly more difficult than the last, either in single player or with up to 4 players. The goal is to reach the end of the level by jumping, running and stomping on every enemy in sight who gets in your way of the goal. This is your bread and butter of every platformer out there, but with your Mario tropes in sight. You'll find all your previous power-ups from other games like mushrooms, fire flowers, power stars, but this time you're joined by a whole slew of new ones, including the bell that turns you into Cat Mario, and the cherries which gives you clones of your characters. The cat is the major power-up this time round, which allows you to climb up walls and also do diving attacks. The cherries are more to show off how powerful you can become with multiple characters, and also helps you open doors that require a certain amount of characters on pressure plates. Both these power-ups are fun to use and are used in some interesting ways to complete certain levels. The levels in question come in various forms that remind you of 3D Land to the core. Small levels with unique jumping puzzles and environmental hazards to get past. You'll find some of the areas are bigger than 3D Land since you have got to open it up for 4 players, so you're not always bumping into each other. Each level offers something new and you're generally not doing the same thing twice, which is quite impressive, but then again, it all feels way too familiar to Mario fans and you'll be used to this type of gameplay. There are a couple of surprises for Mario fans, but is this enough? Maybe, but it wasn't for myself. Mario is known for having some of the best controls in the business, and it is here that they shine, as long as you have an analog stick. If you're the extra players using the Wiimotes with the D-pad, you will have a harder time navigating the 3D environments. You of course could get the nunchucks or the Wii U Pro controllers for extra players as an option to remedy this, but that's an extra cost. If you're on the Wii U tablet, you can use the touchscreen to reveal secret platforms or by moving platforms by touching them or blowing on the screen. This is the type of touch controls I like, apart from the blowing on the screen. There is no online multiplayer, but there are ghost-based systems along with the time trials once you've beaten the game, so you can try and beat your level completion time. Let's talk about the difficulty for a bit. The game is laughably easy in the first few worlds, but starts to scale in the latter half of the game when there are more instant death scenarios from falling into pits, lavas and poison. The enemies will get in the way when they are standing on the only safe platform in the area or blocking key power-ups that you need to progress further. But with the numerous lives you will get from collecting coins in levels and minigames scattered around the world map, death isn't a problem, it's just a setback. The real difficulty begins when you're trying to locate the 3 green stars in each level. These stars are the key to unlocking the later worlds in the game. Around 2 of the stars are obvious on each level, but the third one is always well hidden and you'll be scratching your head to find it. Then in each level is a hidden stamp. This stamp is one of the game's major collectibles, but will only come in handy with the Mii universe. Instead of hand drawing messages after each level, these stamps will let you stamp pre-made pictures into your Miiverse message. These stamps have allowed people to be more creative in the Mii universe, and it's fun to see what people have created after each level, and if they've used the newly hidden stamp from that level. You'll also have the advantage of players giving hints where the hidden stamps and stars are in each level if you've missed it the first time. This is where the true difficulty begins, especially in the later parts of the game when you're trying to locate these hidden collectibles. You don't need them all to beat the game, but if you want to see the super secret levels at the end of the game, you'll need 100% of them and beat every level with all 4 characters. Yes, all 4 characters. I've got to say, I'm not that type of player and I can live without the super secret ending, but for people who want a lot more replayability from the games, you will get a lot out of Super Mario 3D Land. Graphically, this is one of the best looking Mario games out there, and for the first time, in 1080p HD, and it holds a good 60 frames per second throughout. Music and sound is top notch, and you'll get a lot of your iconic sounds and music from previous Mario games here as well. Super Mario 3D World is great fun and is a must-have Wii U title. However, this can be said about every Mario game out there, and it feels too similar to all the previous ones. I think the problem I have is Galaxy reached a peak and now all Mario games are using this as a game base. Small levels or planetoids with unique gameplay mechanics which you've seen in previous games. For example, you have the music level that has the platforms disappearing and reappearing with the music, the game switch levels when the platform switches whenever you jump, and so on. I've seen this all before and that's the problem. I want to play a new style of game, but that may be risky for Nintendo. They need to play safe and release games they know that have been successful in the past, since they need to build a player base on the Wii U, so third-party developers can see that people have the console. But that could be the issue though. The damage has already been done and game developers are flocking to Sony and Microsoft since they have the bigger fan base. The PS4 and Xbox One have already outsold the Wii U in the space of a month, and the advantage that Nintendo had of the year head start has been thrown away. But I'm sidetracking and this is a topic that can be brought up another time. If you have a Wii U, then yes, buy this game, especially if you play a lot of local multiplayer in your house. If you're considering buying a Wii U for this game, then excellent, get this over New Super Mario Bros. Wii U for sure, which is boring compared to this title. If you've enjoyed this review, please let me know in the comments below and please subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching, I'll see you next time. Bye bye.